afternoon.
Chetali, we can't see you.
No, one second.
No,
Sorry. No, my video is on. What happened?
no, your video
Oh,
is off.
1 minute. It seems to be. It was on actually. I think I will call my IT person. Just 1 sec.
हाँ अभी भी बंद है.
There seems to be some issue then with my camera. Manohar, zara लवकर या कर. But we'll start off, Rama. There's no problem.
हाँ,
We will
okay.
start off. Good afternoon to everyone, and thank you for joining us for yet another webinar. And we will start in the next 2 minutes. We are just letting all the participants in. Thank you. And sorry, there seems to be some technical glitch with my camera. I will try and fix that up.
Good afternoon, Nataraja sir.
Yeah, very, very good afternoon, my dear. How are you?
I'm good. Little busy with my work, but otherwise I'm good.
Nice. Just Ravi left. He was with me between 1 o'clock
Okay.
to 2:30.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
Then I offered to for lunch, and he was very much fear about Rama already
My
cooked.
packed lunch.
Then he's supposed to return. Tomorrow I will not get food. So very much feared and rested to the 6 hobbies.
Hi, Tej.
Hi, ma'am. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
All well, all well. Hi, Natasha, sir.
Hi, sir. Dej,
हाँ, yes,
कैसे
sir.
भैया?
All good, all good. आप बताइए, how are things?
Oh, nice to hear your voice.
Hello, Shinde sir. Good afternoon.
गुड आफ्टरनून रमा जी कैसे हो?
बस बढ़िया. आप कैसे
जी
हो?
नमस्कार, बस फाइन, थैंक यू, नाइस
Hi,
हीरिंग यू.
Shankar Rao. Sorry, I have a camera problem, so I'll have to get log in and log out and all. I'm
विदाउट
not able.
कैमरा also we can see you in front, you know, so
Yeah,
there is
yeah,
no
I
Oh,
know. So
oh
that
so
is
my
why
God.
only I'm going ahead with it. All right.
yeah
With
yeah
permission, Nataraja sir, Shankar Rao, we'll start off
yeah
with the
yeah please.
session then.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Thanks Tej.
Shankar bhai,
Hi, Shankar bhai.
Yes Nataraj ji,
कैसे भाई?
we are now online, no?
Yes, we
हाँ.
are online and the recording has started also.
Okay,
So,
thank
good afternoon to everyone, and welcome to today's session in our Logistics Edge series, where today we are going to talk about the ethical compass, empathy driven choices in a complex logistics. For me, actually, this is a very important topic, is because I feel that we as a society, even as an industry, we are actually losing our empathy considering that things have become so cutthroat. And it is so important to remember that there is a human side and that there are human consequences with whatever decision we take at whichever level that we take. And I find myself talking more and more of empathy is because somewhere down the line, I feel that it has become the least important thing in the way of business, along with a couple of other important values.
you.
So, Rama and I thought that it was very essential that today we take this because if at the end of the session, if it can make you think on your actions, and the next time you decide to do something, and if you can just pause for a second and think from an empathy driven angle, I think we would have been successful in delivering the message. With that, may I please request our chairman-elect, Shri Nataraja sir, to say a few words, please. Nataraja sir.
Yes, ma'am.
If you can say a few words, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm very much impressed about the initiative. Regularly, it's not a one time, two time. It's regularly through the awareness to all our members And I no need introduction about Rama. She is a very good motivator and a very good speaker. I'm also one among the spectator and eagerly listening Rama's speech. Thank you for all joining today. And with this, I conclude my speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nataraja sir. Appreciate. Shankar Bhau, can we please have a few words from you?
Legal notice could பண்றாரா?
Thank you, Chaitali ji and Chairman-elect Mr. Nataraja ji. Rama ma'am, for your support as usual with the continuation of new innovative ideas you get with the members over here. And we have the supportive secretariat over here. Tej, who has always been the part of the series. So congratulations, Chaitali ma'am, for organizing this continuity and keeping this pace with the continuity. With the topic, what Chaitali has said, I think so it is more of a fear rather than, the empathy what we carry forward. The fear of losing or the fear of, but let me tell you, the things attract in the way you put it across. So I think so that is what is more important to learn. You will attract the people the way you want to give it to the industry. And I think so that is the most impact which you should create. So you get attracted to only those things which is your business requirement. And just by the fear, if you keep on working, I think so then there is nothing left. Then the ethics and everything has to will automatically get lost. So that is what is more important. But we are here to learn and understand more from Ramaji, who has been the experts and who has been taking trainings and also imparting the knowledge and having good knowledge and reading on this matter. So we will leave it to Ramaji to give the thought process and take it forward. Thank you, Ramaji.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Shankar Bhau.
Chaitanya.
Thank you, Shankar Bhau, for your kind words. And before I hand over the baton to Rama, Tej, would you like to say a few words to everybody? Tej needs absolutely no introduction, but nevertheless, he is our chairman for IIFF, our educational branch of FFI. Tej?
Hi, Chaitali. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Hope everyone's good. Today we have with us Rama ma'am to talk on a very interesting topic. While we do programs related to domain-oriented sessions, the ethical compass is something that we need to ensure that we maintain each and every day. We run a very fine line in our day-to-day lives. And I think this is one of the most important topic, perhaps even more important than our domain subjects that we typically teach. Thank you, Chaitali, for organizing this. It's a great initiative by the training team. And, we look forward to a lovely session. Thanks, Rama.
Thank you very much. And now I will proudly hand over to Rama. I don't think anybody but you, Rama, could have done justice and could have handled this particular session because from our friendship and the fact that I have known you for so long, you actually just have full empathy. So if anybody has to talk about such a sensitive and an important topic, nobody better than you. So thank you very much. And the floor is yours.
Thank you, Chaitali. That was a little too much for me, but anyway, I thank you for your kind words, and also I would like to thank Nataraja ji, Tej Contractor, and Shankar Shinde ji for their lovely words of encouragement. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, we can very clearly.
Okay. Just yeah. Good evening, everyone, and thank you once again for this wonderful opportunity. Today's topic is ethical compass. This is the we had planned 6 parts, and today we are in part 5 of the Logistics Edge series. And in Ethical Compass, we are going to focus on empathy driven choices in complex logistics. Why Ethical Compass is attached to empathy? It is very simple. When we talk about ethics, and if we are not going to practice empathy, nothing will go properly, and we all will have problem in handling things. And without any problem, we still face problem in logistics. So this topic is very, very important. As Chetali rightly put it, this is need of the hour. So let's get into it. So doing the right thing when shipping gets tough, we all know that, especially in today's scenario, how it is. The reality today is ships are moving and cargo is flowing, but things take longer and cost more. So there is always a pressure. When cost goes up, clients get stressed and ask for shortcuts. And the goal for today is how to keep your clients happy without breaking the law or risking your license. Now, having said this, let me elaborate it a little more. Let's be real about the market today. Ships are moving, ports are open, and cargoes has not stopped, right? But because many routes are longer right now, shipments are taking an extra 2 weeks to arrive. This delay means your clients are losing money and they are also getting anxious. When clients panic, so what do they do next? They look to us for fixing it. Sometimes by asking for risky paperwork. That means shortcuts. Today, we are going to talk about how to protect your interest, your business, keep your clients calm, and stay safe from heavy fines. Okay, so let's get it. Now, let's talk about the stress chain. Who gets into this train? Everybody. All of us get into this stress chain, right? Look at the chain. You are caught from all sides, right? Okay. I wanted you all to give your opinion. See, have you ever had a stressed out client who asked you to rush a file or skip a step lately? Kindly type in the chat box yes or no. How many of you have experienced this? Quickly. Of course, yes. All of us face this, right? Just a moment. Yes. So, who feels the pressure? Now, the next question is who feels the pressure? Definitely the customer, because their money is tied up in cargo sitting at sea for longer than expected time, right? And the second is, of course, custom broker, caught trying to double check fast changing rules and paperwork. And the most targeted is the frontline clerk, stuck in middle taking angry phone calls from frustrated clients. So when a shipment is delayed, everyone feels the stress. The importer is definitely bleeding money, right? So your frontline team is getting yelled at on the phone, and the custom broker is trying to make sure there is no mistakes. True customer service means understanding why the client is angry, but staying calm enough to make sure we don't make a costly legal mistake just to quiet them down, right? So sometimes we are forced or without knowledge just to get out of this situation. Sometimes we tend to do some mistakes. So you need to have a daily check. So I'm going to give you some thumb rules which will help you, actually to go through. If you are able to follow these thumb rules, definitely that will give you a kind of confidence and also to handle the situation in a much better empathetic way. When we say empathetic, now I want you all to understand the term empathy. Empathy means, we all know sympathy means feeling for the other person. Like we say, like something happens, yeah, I understand, I feel, all these things we say. And sometimes people say that empathy means stepping into their shoes. Just stepping into their shoes and trying to understand is also sympathy. It is an extended form of sympathy, according to me. What is empathy? Empathy means not only understanding what the other person is undergoing, but taking that extra effort to help them so that they don't get stranded and they are able to move forward. Maybe not like before, but at least they are not stuck there. So, empathy means you're taking that genuine extra effort to help the other person who is undergoing a turmoil. Maybe it is personal or professional, whatever maybe it is. So, just by understanding and really feeling for that person is not empathy. Taking that one extra effort to extend your hand or trying to connect them with the right people so that they are not stuck there, they are able to move forward from that position. So that is empathy. Now, that is what we are all doing in our logistics business. Now, let's come back to the rule of thumb. The first rule is check whether it is legal. Is the paperwork 100% true? Please don't have any guesses. Don't assume that it may be correct. Then, rule two is it honest? Are we telling the client the real timeline? When I say real timeline, 90% of the time, we don't give them the actual time. We try to dodge, right? Or just what they want to hear, we try to do that. Now, rule three, is it safe? Does this choice protect our company's license for the long term? See, every time you look at a difficult file, run it through these three simple rules, friends. What are these? Is it legal? Is it honest? Or is it safe? And is it safe? If a shortcut fails even one of these, I'm not saying don't use shortcuts, but when you are checking, if there is a way that you can do it, and if those shortcuts, what you're trying to, or you can call it the alternative, when you're trying to use that, if it is not falling under these three thumb rules, please don't do it. If a shortcut fails even one of these checks, it's a bad deal. It is never worth losing your license over a single shipment. So please bear it in your mind. Now, where do things go wrong? Most of the times, where do things go wrong? Definitely, it's the paperwork trap, right? Now, let me explain it to you. The hidden origin. See, cargo is moving through a middle port to hide where it was actually made. Okay. Then the broker's job. By law, you must know exactly who owns the goods and where they come from. And then the danger, trusting a bad document just to clear the cargo quickly. See, trust is good, but not a blind trust. Okay. And here, if you are not empathize means trying to know the right thing so that you can take the right step to support that person. But your ethics, whatever you're following, your values and your morals should not blindfold you that you get trapped and finally ending up losing your license. So, because routes are complicated today, some cargo stops at the middle port before arriving here. So, a client might say, hey, it stopped in a neutral port, so just list the port as the origin to avoid higher taxes. But if you do that without verifying the true factory origin, friends, you're committing fraud. Your name goes on the customs entry, not the clients. You need to bear it in mind. In Jiffy, if you accept to do that, the client will wash off his hands and he will walk out in the green channel, but your name will get into the customs entry. And we have to be very careful while doing this. Now, let's have a small activity. Okay. There is an urgent request. Now, the problem is factory line will shut down tomorrow. If a shipment or valves does not clear customs, naturally, right? If the shipment is not arriving, then the factory will shut down. A small paperwork update is stuck in a manual check queue. I hope you all understand this. Now the client calls you. Just change the code to a similar one that clears automatically. That is the request he is putting. And he also further says, no one will notice. And he also adds, I promise I will take the blame if we get caught. So here the client is in a very panic situation. Somehow he wanted those items. Naturally, otherwise the factory has to shut down. So he is telling you, change the code to a similar one so that it goes automatically, gets cleared automatically. And he says, everyone are busy in this life, so nobody will notice. And he also gives you an assurance to pep you up to do that mistake. He says, I promise I will take the blame if we get caught. Now you have two options, friends. Do it, save the client's factory line. Otherwise, say no, ask the correct technical specs to file it legally. Now, what will you do? What will be your option? Please put it in the chat box. Is it A or is it B? Chetali, are you getting any answers?
Yes, 1 second.
Hmm.
Yeah, Mr. Kirit Chauhan is saying B. Preetam Gowde says B. Miss Jayashri Pote says B. Mr. Ranganathan says no. Mr. Divakar says 2. Mr. Rajiv Shah says B. And Mr. Balakrishnan K says ask for the correct technical specs to file. Mr. Ganpat Korde says B is the correct answer, but everybody
Yeah,
is using option
obviously,
A.
everybody will say B, and I'm so happy there are such genuine people who don't rush their
So
work and
everybody is saying Mr. Girish Vaiti says B, Miss Chitra says B, Mr. Ravindra says ideally it should be B, but everybody chooses A. Miss
okay,
Reshma says
that
B.
is what I was about to say.
Correct.
Yeah.
Isha says B, but we have to go with A. So yes, everybody
Yeah.
knows morally what is required.
See, the best part about this thing is like we all know what is right, what is wrong. But where do we take a stand? So, when we talk about ethics, it is about your own self morals, right? So, what you want to have and how you want to be identified in the market. And there is always a myth like if I take up complicated job and somehow I try to complete that work, I will get more work and I will be known in the market and I can earn more money. And we try to compromise on our ethics. The correct answer is B, and everyone knows, and there is no dispute against it. But what we do is we always take up the disputed part. Why? Because the client's promise cannot protect you during a customs audit, right? So when customs finds a wrong code, they find the broker who stamped it, not the client who just whispered on a phone call, right? So say no firmly, but help them get the right papers quickly. Maybe it will take time. I'm not saying avoid that client, but explain to them if you are really good and if you have a reputation that you have earned for so many years, definitely you can help him because even the client knows because it is a client's call, right? The client is saying, try to do some malpractice, try to manipulate. It is all from his end. So you can tell them that if there are other ways that you can help them out, please tell them and don't become your own, you don't lower your own self, your own values, and your own ethics. So, what can help you to do this? It is another question. So, how can you help? For that, what is most important thing? That is the communication gap. So, how can we avoid this? Now, many a times, we try to avoid communicating the bad news, right? Because we don't want to get the shouting from the client. So, generally, we try to avoid the bad news, the mistake, staying quiet, just ghosting. Nobody can get in touch with you. When a container gets delayed, hoping to fix it, but your intention may be good. I'm not saying you are deliberately doing it. Your intention may be good, so you are trying to fix it before the client finds out. But that is not going to help because it will go in another perception with the client. So the result, the client finds out late. Obviously, he will panic and stops trusting you. So the better way is bad news travels fast, but honest updates builds partnership. I know you all must be thinking that Rama, it is very easy than done. I know that, but you still have people who strictly follow their ethics and they are on the top ladder. So when a container misses a ship connection, probably it adds, I don't know, you can correct me, at least 12 days to the delivery time. So the human instinct is to stay quiet for a couple of days while trying to find a fix. But silence makes the client think you are hiding something. He may not think right because he's already panicking, right? So when you try not to communicate to him, he will take it otherwise. So tell them early. Importers hate surprises. Many times we forget this. Importers, they don't want any surprises because they are already in a stress, right? So tell them early because they hate surprises more than the delays. They can even accept delays, but if they find it, something that's going to be even more alarming, definitely they will not come back to you. Now, the next question is how to deliver the bad news. So, I am going to tell you a simple formula, that is the 9 a.m. rule. Now, the wrong way is generally what happens if it is a weekend. So, what we do is evening 5 p.m. we try to send an email or somehow communicate the bad news to the client and then ghost him. That's it. So, you are not contactable for next 2 days, 3 days. And imagine the plight of that importer, poor fellow, right? So, that is the bad way. So, what is the right way? Calling the client at 9 a.m. I know early morning you're giving a bad news to him, but at least you're giving him enough time, right? So calling the client at 9 a.m. with the raw fact, but trust me, you have to do your homework properly and a backup plan ready. So have a backup plan. Give them the news that it has got delayed or whatever be the reason, but also tell them that probably we can do this. I am trying this. If you're going to say this, even though the news is not very positive, but they will know that you're genuinely taking interest and trying to help them, and your approach will look really empathetic. So that is why we are talking about this practical rule you can use right from tomorrow. So the 9 a.m. rule, if a shipment goes sideways, don't drop a panic email right as the client is leaving the office. Spend a little time finding out what the next or when the next ship leaves. Then call them first thing in the morning. Say, we have a delay. Here is why it is a delay, and here is the next available option to fix it. So you are actually, friends, turning a crisis into a plan, into a solid plan. So let's have a second activity. That is the missed vessel. Now, what would you do in this situation? The problem is a container of parts, is delayed by 12 days at a hub port. The customer needs these parts to fulfill a major order. It is very, very important for the customer. Now, what will you do?
Baba.
Customer needs these parts to fulfill a major order, but it is delayed. In such a situation, what will be your call? How can you help that person? Are you trying? Can someone share? Find a different
Yes.
solution or
Miss Jayashree is saying find a different solution or route to ensure it reaches on time. Mr. Balakrishnan is saying we will ask the importer to get by air mode.
Wow. Yes. So the idea is instead of panicking or making fake promises, offer a hybrid solution, like how Bala has told. Suggest splitting the shipment. Bring a tiny bit by air to keep their shop open, right? Because it is important. He can't be without that. And let the rest come by ocean. This shows the client you care about their business, not just their freight bills. So, this is really a very, very timely help or guidance with empathy. We can do it to the client. Next is about the honest pricing, straightforward pricing with no hidden fee. I know we all are not here to do charity, we are here to earn. But handling those extra cost fairly will make the client feel that you're respecting him and treating him with empathy and your understanding, and definitely he will not go. Now, how can we do that? The fact is, extra route cost and carrier surcharges are real and part of business today, right? Because of the situation now. Now, the line passing through true cost is necessary. Adding hidden fake fees because the client has no choice is wrong. Many times, what happened, after all, we are human beings and we also working hard to earn money. So, when such a situation comes, many times we feel that, the client has got no option and this is the time to milk them. Right. So, you can definitely charge high, but make it very genuine to them. It is they should not feel that you're cheating them. Because in the long run, customers always remember who helped them during a tough year and who took advantage of them. Right? So they can make out. So, when we talk about money, friends, shipping costs more right now because routes are longer. All of us know that. Those extra fees from carriers are real, right? And you have to pass them to the client to stay profitable. But keep it transparent. Show the clients the actual carrier invoice breakdown. When clients see honest numbers, they pay without arguing because they understand it's a market reality and not a vendor's markup. So it is very, very important. Now, we'll have one more activity, the too good to be true deal. Some people, they go out of the way and get stuck. That is what this means. Let's see how. Now, let me know what you will do. The problem is space on ships is completely full. You have an urgent shipment and no allocation for that. So, suddenly, an unknown broker calls you out of nowhere, and he says, I have guaranteed space for half the market price. Just wire the cash right now to lock it in. Now, what will you do in such a situation when you're desperate for the space? And if somebody has got an experience on it, please do share so you're helping others also to understand how to deal with such situations.
Oh, in this, though, I think we will have examples galore because all of us have to, all of us have been offered this or have been tempted by this very often than not. Ladies
Okay.
and gentlemen, would anybody like to reply to activity 3? We haven't received any response.
Okay.
The
Okay.
silence
So,
says it all.
yes, yes, true. So when space gets tight, scammers flood the market with fake space, right? So if you pay them, you lose the cash, that is one part. And the cargo also disappears and you ruin your reputation. So never let deadline pressure make you skip your basic safety checks. Many a times fear of losing the client, we try to go overboard and get caught and we suffer, right? Of course, the client suffers, but even if you want to really help them, choose the right path, right way, in a jiffy or in an impulsive state. If we are going to do some wrong things, it is going to affect us in a long run, right? So we need to be very, very cautious when we are dealing with such things. Now, being the safe harbor, why honesty makes more money? Everybody asks me this question. Why do you always recommend to be good? Why do you always recommend to be truthful? Sometimes you need to bend, you can't be always straight, and you will go hit and all examples and all they give me. But the thing is, it is about what you value about yourself more than what others value you. See, all of us have to have an opinion about our own self. Where do you rate yourself? Where do you keep yourself? How much you respect yourself matters a lot. Even for others to keep you in a ladder, in a position, you need to display that through your character. That is why we are talking about empathy. It is not about the business, it is not about your ability, but it is about your character, how you define yourself, so that people come to you not because you can do the job. People come to you because they feel they are safe, they are respected, and you recognize their efforts. So what you give, you get back. So when you give that kind of a comfort to a client, obviously the client will look up to you and he will feel only safe with you. And whatever happens, even in a situation where it is not conducive for you or for the client, still the client will come back to you because you have earned it through your character, through your empathy, through your ethics and morals with which you follow your honesty. So trust always wins. Importers will stay with an honest forwarders for decades, even if their rates are a bit higher, right? So they may be expensive, but I know I need not have to worry. That will be the statement of the client. Now, fewer fines. Why? Because you are not doing anything in a jiffy. You're not going overboard by making mistake. You're not getting stuck in paperwork. So clean paperwork means zero customs penalty, zero lawsuits, and zero sudden losses. So the better status you gain. Major carriers prefer doing business with companies that follow the rules. As he rightly said, friends, some people think ethics is just about being nice. In logistics, honesty is a business strategy. That is why when I was talking with Chetali, we wanted to give lot of emphasis for this particular topic. Many of us, we don't understand that empathy and honesty are business strategies. When the market is messy, big clients aren't looking for cheapest tricks. They are looking for safety, right? All of us agree to this. If they know your paperwork is always flawless and your word is gold, they will never ever leave you for a competitor, because your honesty, your empathy, and your ethical practices will protect your profits and the client. Last but not the least, I want you all to take this checklist with you so that you every day follow this. Your 3-step summary. First is check the paperwork. Is it completely true and correct? Second, check the updates. Have I been completely honest with the client about the dates and cost? Then check the risk. Does this choice protect our company's license? Because without license, there is no company. No company, then you're not there. So we are at the end of the hour. Before you go back to your busy desks today, friends, take these 3 steps with every file you handle. Check the truth, check the update, and check the risk. Freight rates and ship routes will always change, but your personal reputation is the one thing you can never ever replace. And I want to thank you all for your time. Stay safe and let's keep cargo moving the right way. Thank you.
Thank you, Rama. That was short, sweet, but very impactful. On behalf of everybody who's had the privilege of attending today's session, may I also extend a warm welcome to our immediate past chairman, Shri Dushyant Mulani ji, our Director General, Dr. Pramod Sant. Welcome. Dushyant bhai, would you like to say a few words? It was it was very important, and we all know what is the right thing to do, and you couldn't have explained it better and more impactful as to how it is, and it was very, very telling with the last question going unanswered. And thank you for bringing our moral compass back into the picture, because I think that's one of the most important things. I think Dushyant bhai uh, is probably a little busy. Nataraja sir, would you like to say a few words before we conclude?
No, Chaitali, already she explained in a proper manner.
Yes.
And I'm also one among the listener, always listener.
Yes.
Today is a special listener. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you very much. Dr. Sant, would you like to do the honors and give our closing speech?
So, I mean, Chaitali, really thank you for really keeping this consistency on program after program, and each of this Rama's lecture, they are becoming really very close to our not only business but heart also. I mean, really, it gives very crisp and good practical ideas. I mean, we know this subject is very, very difficult in today's world, but I think the word that compass is the most important word, and it gives us the direction really. So thank you, Rama, for that. Thank you, Chaitali, for organizing this. And I wanted to thank Amit Kamath sir, Nataraja sir, Dushyant Mulani, Sudeep Day, and Swati Sagar and entire team for organizing this. But before we go, Sagar, do we have a flyer ready?
Yes.
we have two webinars coming in this month. So just I take this opportunity to declare that program also. So we have two programs, one webinar, a very renowned speaker, Ajay Srivastava, ex-DGFT and negotiator of FTA and WTO. We have this on 16th. So please, this circular will be there in your email today. It will be also posted on social media. So please register. Please encourage everybody to have join this program. And we are having another short-term course again from Sri Kothari sir. And this topic is very close to our heart is HS classification. That is scheduled on 25th July. So please you will have circular and we will also post on all the social media handles. Please try to promote this course. So I thought, let me make this appeal to people. It will be very good. So once again, thank you, Chaitali. Thank you, Rama. And we look for the finale of your seminars, which will be really wonderful.
Yeah,
Thank
the
you.
sixth
Dr.
one will be on client cultivation. That is the emotional intelligence advantage in logistics, sales, and retention. That will be the topic, closing topic.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
So
we look
I am
forward for
trying
that.
to get Rama to extend it actually and not finish it in 6 series, and not finish it in 6 sessions. I have to see if I can convert Rama into extending the sessions for a couple of more months because they've been genuinely well received. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, we have another webinar which is coming up on the 14th, but unfortunately the flyer is not ready. And that is our popular GST series that we, in collaboration with BCBA, announced 2 months ago. And that is the one that we do every 2 months. And the second session is coming up on 14th of July. So please do mark your calendars. We hope to have the flyer and the details ready by tomorrow. Swati, let's talk offline. And we look forward to seeing all of you. For those of you who have been with us with Rama and Triple FAI from day one, you have our full appreciation and gratitude because you would have realized by now the value of the sessions and the knowledge that is imparted over here. We wish that you could just by word of mouth inform people as to what they are missing out on, because these are things that are not that we don't openly speak about, or that we don't learn because we are too busy doing other things at work. And therefore, we at Triple FAI thought that this is something that if once in a month for 1 hour you can take time off for your own self development, then we ourselves as office bearers, you know, EC members and all, we ourselves learn so much from each of Rama's sessions. So it's very, very important that we also spend a little bit of time on ourselves to upskill ourselves and also for our own development, because we just get caught up in our shipments on a daily basis, just a little too much, and then our world kind of shrinks. So if you agree with me, then please do leave a nice message for us on our social media, as well as please encourage your friends and all to please join us. Thank you, Jayashri. Thank you, Rita. It means a lot that you ladies have been there from the beginning. So, and this is for everybody in the industry. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we come to an end. We shall see you next week, twice on the 14th as well as on the 16th. The flyers will be out on all social media, like Dr. Sun said. It will be out on your WhatsApp groups and you will be receiving emails. So please do look forward for it. And if you could block your calendars, that would be really nice. And Rama, honestly, yet again, another impactful episode, very crisp, very clear, and actually in a very polite manner, the British style, very hard hitting also. So thank you very much for this. I think we do need to have this kind of a moral compass coming up every once in a while to make us realize that sometimes we don't need to
Very
do the
good.
things that we do. So thank you with that.
Okay. Have a good evening.
Everybody, goodbye.
Thank
See
you.
you all.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Stay safe
Bye.
everywhere, wherever it is raining. Take care. Have a lovely week.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.